for the body's consideration the proposed new appropriations for the Commission on Audit for 2026 amounted to 16.7 billion pesos. Thank you, Mr. President.
Salamat po, Mr. President. Magandang gabi po muli, Mr. Chairman. So yung mga tanong ko po ay para magbigay daan sa proposed budget amendment sa isang pamamagitan ng isang special provisions. Sa pamamagitan din ng pag-highlight ng deficiencies sa specialized capacity and resource allocation within the Commission on Audit na gusto ko pong ma-reinforce. So, tanong po dun sa audit output imbalance at saka strategic focus. Paano po nire-reconcile ng Commission on Audit yung low output niya sa high impact specialized auditing? Halimbawa, Mr. Chair, 6 lang yung fraud audit reports na nagawa sa unang kalahati nitong fiscal year. Paano nire-reconcile yung ganyang kaunting high-impact specialized auditing sa vast scale ng korupsyon na na-uncover sa iba't ibang government agencies? So, anong tangible steps ang gagawin para i-shift yung institutional focus mula sa high-volume compliance verification papunta dun sa high-impact forensic investigation, Mr. Chair?
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Senator Risa, for that answer. Actually, ang isa sa mga bottlenecks ng COA is maliit lang po yung kanilang team pagdating po sa fraud audit. So, ang fraud audit is based on triggers. And kagaya ngayon, halos sabay-sabay po yung triggers nationwide. No, for example, nabasa ho natin sa news na sabi ni Secretary Dizon, 421 ang ghost projects nationwide. No? So, kung ito po ay isa subject to fraud audit, we're just talking about 58 regular auditors sa fraud audit division nila. So, talagang kulang na kulang po yung kanilang manpower to generate itong mga high-impact high-impact outputs. No? But nevertheless, they recognize this issue and this problem so that they're making adjustments na rin po para makasabay ho sila dito sa nangyayari sa ating bansa.
Salamat, Mr. Chair. And I would appreciate kahit in writing learning kung ano yung mga adjustments na ginagawa po ng COA. At salamat dun sa isang gabay na dun sa sagot ninyo na kailangan nating i-bolster yung personnel din po, no? Lalo na yung mga miyembro ng teams na kailangan gagawa nitong mga high impact forensic investigations.
Meron ho ngayon
Yes,
regular auditors na about 6,000 plus. So one of the reforms that they will be undertaking ay magta-transfer ng regular auditors to fraud auditors, no? So that mag-increase in team. Totoo yan kasi to be honest, nabulaga ho tayo lahat dito sa nangyari at sabay-sabay. So in the scale and magnitude ho nitong flood control issue, talagang wala pong nakakita sa atin. No? At dahil nga nasa liblib na lugar, malalayo, so hindi ho nakikita. To date, meron na ho silang na audit na 29 na DPWH fraud audits. No, so and then but we're talking about sabi nga ni Secretary Dizon 421, no? So talagang they're doing their best to cover at makasabay po dito sa mga ginagawang investigations.
At kailangan nating suportahan, Mr. Chair,
Yes,
in doing
tama
their
po.
best, Mr. Chair. Sige po. So, tanong naman po tungkol sa budgetary inertia at yung vacancy gap. So, since specialized audits require substantial MOOE for fieldwork and expert consultants, and given the Commission's inability to fill over 5,000 positions pala, Mr. Chair, over the years, anong specific at quantifiable amount ng projected salary savings mula sa vacant positions na ito ang posibleng i-commit ng COA sa mandatory realigning sa MOOE line item sa fund specialized anti-corruption capacity, Mr. Chair?
Actually, na pag-usapan ho namin to sa hearing na nakita rin ho natin na meron silang almost 5,000 unfilled positions.
More than,
At,
Mr. Chair.
Yeah, more.
5,200 po.
Okay. Dito ho sa ano is 4,917. But
Okay po.
5,000, let's put it that number. Ang savings po from that unfilled positions is about 4.4 billion pesos. But to be honest, ang challenge ko sa COA is to punuin po yung 5,000 plus na unfilled positions dahil yun po ang design ng COA. No? And with the magnitude of the flood control issues and next year po, mag-uumpisa na rin po yung, naglagay po tayo ng budget ho kasi for pre-audit to a tune of about 2.3 billion pesos. Yun rin po yung, ang suggestion ng COA for DPWH. So, ang importante ho dito, may manpower. Kung lahat po ng engineering offices, I think mga 200 plus yan, ay magkakaroon po ng pre-audit. Ibig sabihin, i-inspection ho nila yung project bago ho babayaran yung project. Kailangan talaga marami pong COA auditors on the ground. So the challenge ko nga sa kanila is to fill up all that 5,000 plus positions dahil yan ang design ng COA. However, they also mentioned na challenging rin po ang compensation sa COA dahil ang turnover ho nila mataas rin. No? Dahil they're competing with BSP, they're competing with the Public Attorney's Office, and in fact, they're also competing with other government agencies. So yun din po ang isang challenge sa kanila. Nevertheless, ang challenge ko, they need to respond to the challenge because of what's happening right now. Now, in so far as yung 4.4 billion savings, meron din ho silang naka-allocate na ho doon, at least for the current years. For example po, in salary and allowances of new recruits, ito yung pagpasok. Terminal leave pay of optional retirees, kasi marami pong nagre-retire na ho. Special and regular monetization leave credits, reimbursement of medical and hospitalization expense, Magna Carta for health workers assigned to COA clinic, overtime pay of COA employees, salary differential of newly appointed COA officials and employees, personal welfare assistance counterpart. Pwede ho namin isubmit to to her honor para po may records. So in other words, meron din pong reallocation ng 4.4, but this includes new salaries for the new recruits.
Salamat, Mr. Chair. Siguro, sa gitna nitong mga challenges na to at sa gitna ng mga reallocations na, dahil baka naman hindi ganun kabilis makapuno ng 4,000 plus na positions sa isang taon, meron pa rin kahit maliit na fraction o percentage doon sa savings sa PS na pwedeng i-realign sa MOOE. Anyway, Mr. Chair, at the proper time, ipopropose po
Yes, Mr.
ito.
Chairman.
Para maparami nga yung mga napaka-timely at critical na lalo na fraud audits ng COA sa ngayon. Hindi lang pala yung 6 na fraud audit reports na nabalitaan ko sa first semester, sabi nga ninyo kanina, Mr. Chair, 29 fraud audits na sa DPWH pa lang, sa gitna ng 421 ghost projects na sinabi nung secretary ng department.
So, at least so for DPWH, ngayon ang setup po natin, ang COA ang last line of defense po natin dahil post-audit. But with the introduction of the 2.3 billion pesos, magiging first line of defense dahil magkoconduct po sila ng pre-audit. Ang challenge lang po natin sa kanila, wag ma-delay yung mga projects kasi importante rin po yung infrastructure projects at kung na-delay naman, wala rin tayong makikitang mga bagong kalsada at bagong school buildings and other facilities. So importante rin po na efficient yung paggagawa ng pre-audit.
I joined the chairman in that reminder to the COA and umaasa naman ako na they will be up to that challenge. Tanong naman po, Mr. Chair, sa performance audit resource benchmarking. So to achieve a truly insightful and evidence-based performance audit on a single, for example, complex water district joint venture agreement, ano po yung estimated full-time equivalent person months ng COA at ano yung corresponding MOOE cost na kakailanganin para mag-hire sila ng external technical consultants, halimbawa mga utility engineers, at ma-execute yung necessary fieldwork, Mr. Chair.
So, Mr. President, as much as possible, meron ho silang, ginagamit ho nila yung mga internal technical people ho nila, tulad ng mga engineers and mga technical people. Pero kung talagang very specialized, na for example, utilities, or let's say, related to power, kumukuha rin ho sila ng mga consultants as well as contract of service of specialized specialist or specialized talent. So, yun po yung ginagawa ho nila for performance audit.
At ano yung estimated full-time equivalent person months at yung corresponding MOOE cost para magawa ito, Mr. Chair?
Normally ho, what they do is meron ho silang audit plan, so nagpaplano muna sila. And then meron ho silang scoping to determine yung complexity ng audit activity or even the organization. So from there, dun ho sila nagpaplano kung ilang man-hours po ang kailangan to conduct the audit. No? So it really depends on the complexity ng nung kanilang gagawin na audit. So for example, I guess pag mga utilities, kasi may mga rate setting, rate making, medyo mas complex yun. But I think if it's a simple infrastructure project, kayang-kaya na nila kagad yun.
Siguro, Mr. Chair, pahingi na lang po in writing kung anong
Yes.
range or examples na